Hey, today I'm gonna mill a pretty large oak log. It's almost 1000 pounds and about 5 yards long. And please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button, and it will make me very happy. I will now get this log into my lifting table, and this log is not straight, so it will be quite hard to roll it on to the table, and I will put this wedge on the table to stop it from rolling further than planned. But as it is not straight, that sometimes don't work and sometimes it works. And before I start feeding the log into the sawmill, I flip up the log supports so it won't roll over and just disappear into the sawmill somewhere. So now we're going to try to roll in the log by using the pickaroon, and I pull as hard as I can. I think I've become an inch taller after this, but it didn't move at all. So I switched to the cant hook, and that one works, but it's still quite heavy to move it. And as you can see, the log is not centered onto the hydraulic lifting table. So we will see how it works. But normally, if the logs is off to the left, it works. If it's off to the right, it just flips over. So this should work. And because it is so crooked, banana shape, it just flips over when I start to roll it in. But luckily the wedge stopped it, so it stayed on the table. And even though it is very uneven, it comes down just the way I want it. When removing the wedge, you have to be a little bit careful, because sometimes the log just rolls off. I have an angle to make it easier, but just be quick and it is fine. And then I have to use the cant hook to get the log further onto the saw bed. A log this crooked is not easy to roll, and I have to get it over to the log supports, but with some effort it gets there. Finally, I got the log where I want it, and now I just need to lift it in the front end. So I get a little bit more even cut. Then it's time for the first cut. The thing here was that you're supposed to see the saw blade working through the wood, but I got the camera aimed too far ahead. I could have taken a little bit more off here in the first cut, but I should be able to lift it also, and it's heavy enough as it is. It's a fairly heavy piece to throw out, but it's okay, it's not too bad. And here I'm making a cut of about 35 millimeters. It's just really to clear the wood, but by making it that thick I can use it for cutting boards and other stuff. even though it was a really deep cut and quite wide. The saw cut just like it should. There was no problem to go through this. It's a really nice looking log, and it's mostly the hard brown oak with only like an inch of the whiter, softer material. I don't know the English word for it. We would call it the one in the center would call core wood, and the stuff around we would call lard, but I know that is not the word in English. And it's really heavy to flip. I need to make a better system. And here you can see how the back end is really up in the air. I had to lift it in the front end to compensate for this. But I mean, this is a crooked log, so that is the way it is. And the first cut after flipping the log generates a really thick part in the back end that is quite heavy to throw out. But these thicker parts are quite good for firewood, so it's not a waste. And here I'm removing the bark with my tool for bark removing. If someone knows what the English name for this tool is, please leave a comment. And if you don't remove the bark, you're gonna get larvae and stuff in there, and it's already there, but it hasn't gone into the wood yet. And this is the third flip. This decides how wide the planks are going to be, and in this case it's 275 millimeter, and that is 11 inches. And this is the last cut on this side, and that was enough to be a good plank that I can use for some stuff. The cut is really just for setting the width, but it's always nice to be able to use it for something else than firewood. And that was 11 by 2 inch. When milling oak, if I don't know what to do of it, I normally mill 1.5 inch. That's good for cutting boards and all kind of stuff like that. And most of the time it is 2 inch. And now I have calculated so that each cut will be 2 inch, and it will leave a 2 inch board on the bottom. This is the last piece that goes into the firewood pile. The rest will become proper planks. When this tree was cut down, as it was falling, it cracked a little bit in the bottom, and that is what we see here. That means I lose a little bit of material, but not too bad. When I get into the cracked part here, there is a lot of splinters and stuff that flies off and goes into the support mechanism on the saw blade, but that's the way it is. This time nothing bad happened, just some splinters that got stuck. But if you're unlucky, one of these pieces can crack the saw blade or come in and really make a mess for you. But this time it was okay. Again, we are getting into this splintered area, but this time we get through it without any problems. Lifting this board up to the trailer is really tough. One board weighs about 75 kilos, I don't know, 150 pounds, so it's a lot of work. This is the last cut we see on this log, because I ran out of the battery, but after being down changing the battery, you can see the finished result. And here is the result. 5 planks, 270 by 50, that is 11 inch by 2. And that's all for today. And as I said before, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you, och hej då!